Napoleon Bonaparte was born on August 15, 1769 in Corsica, France. He rose to prominence during the French Revolution, becoming a military general and eventually seizing power as first consul in 1799. In 1804, he crowned himself emperor of the French. Napoleon's military campaigns expanded French territory across much of Europe, but his reign was marked by both victories and defeats, including the disastrous invasion of Russia in 1812. He grew up in a relatively modest family and received a good education in France, thanks to a scholarship. He initially trained to be a military officer at a French military academy, graduating as a second lieutenant in the artillery. During the French Revolution, Napoleon quickly rose through the ranks due to his military prowess and political acumen. He became a general at a young age and played a significant role in various military campaigns, including those in Italy and Egypt. In 1799, he staged a coup d'etat and became first consul of France, effectively taking control of the government in 1804. In 1804, he declared himself emperor of the French, establishing the First French Empire. Napoleon's rule was characterized by extensive military campaigns across Europe, which expanded French territory and influence. However, his ambitious endeavors also led to costly wars and conflicts, including the disastrous invasion of Russia in 1812. After facing a series of defeats, particularly at the Battle of Leipzig in 1813 and the Battle of Waterloo in 1815, Napoleon was forced to abdicate and was exiled to the island of Elba. He escaped briefly in 1815, but was ultimately defeated again at Waterloo and exiled to the remote island of St. Helena, where he spent his remaining years in captivity. During his reign, Napoleon implemented numerous reforms in France, and the territories he controlled. These reforms included the Napoleonic Code, a comprehensive legal system that influenced legal systems around the world with its emphasis on equality before the law, property rights, and religious tolerance. He also centralized government administration, established public education systems, and promoted economic policies aimed at stimulating industry and infrastructure development. Napoleon's military campaigns transformed warfare tactics and strategy. His use of mass conscription, combined arms tactics, and rapid maneuvering revolutionized warfare in the early 19th century. His military successes and strategic innovations earned him a reputation as one of history's greatest military commanders. Despite his achievements, Napoleon's aggressive expansionist policies and authoritarian rule sparked resistance and resentment both within France and among other European powers. His reign led to decades of conflict and instability across Europe, ultimately culminating in his defeat and the restoration of the Bourbon monarchy in France. However, Napoleon's legacy endured. Long after his death, the ideals of the French Revolution, including liberty, equality, and fraternity, continued to inspire movements for political reform and national independence throughout the 19th and 20th centuries. Napoleon's impact on European history, culture, and governance remains a subject of scholarly debate and fascination. His life and career continue to be studied and analyzed by historians, military strategists, and political theorists, making him one of the most influential figures in modern history. Napoleon's military genius was evident in his strategic thinking, battlefield tactics, and ability to inspire his troops. He won numerous battles against superior forces and expanded the French Empire to its greatest extent. In addition to his military conquests, Napoleon implemented significant domestic reforms aimed at consolidating his power and modernizing France. These reforms included the establishment of a merit-based bureaucracy, the creation of the Bank of France, and the introduction of the metric system. Napoleon's reign had a profound impact on European culture. He patronized the arts, commissioning numerous works of art and architecture, and his conquests brought back valuable treasures to France. His reign also saw the rise of Romanticism, a cultural movement that reflected the tumultuous times and celebrated individualism, emotion, and nature. Perhaps Napoleon's most enduring legacy is the Napoleonic Code, also known as the Civil Code of 1804. This legal system codified many principles of the French Revolution, such as equality before the law and the protection of property rights. The Napoleonic Code served as a model for legal reform in many countries around the world. After his defeat at Waterloo, Napoleon was exiled to the island of St. Helena in the South Atlantic, where he lived out the remainder of his days under British supervision. He died there on May 5, 1821, reportedly from stomach cancer, though some historians speculate that he may have been poisoned. Overall, Napoleon Bonaparte's legacy is complex and multifaceted. He is remembered as both a military genius and a ruthless dictator whose impact on European history and culture continues to be felt to this day. Napoleon's conquests and reforms reshaped the political landscape of Europe. He dissolved the Holy Roman Empire, redrew national boundaries, and installed family members and loyal supporters as rulers in various territories, creating a system known as the Napoleonic Empire. Although many of his reforms were eventually reversed after his defeat, his influence persisted in the form of nationalist movements and modern administrative structures. Napoleon's military campaigns were characterized by their speed, innovation, and audacity, from his early victories in Italy to his later campaigns in Spain, Austria, and Russia. Napoleon demonstrated a remarkable ability to outmaneuver and defeat his enemies. His use of artillery, cavalry, and infantry in coordinated attacks set new standards for military strategy. Despite his larger-than-life image as a military leader and statesman, Napoleon had a complex personal life. He married Josephine de Beauharnais in 1796, but their marriage ended in divorce in 1809 due to Josephine's failure to produce an heir. Napoleon later married Marie-Louise of Austria, with whom he had a son, Napoleon Ill, who briefly ruled as Emperor of the French after his father's abdication. France, Napoleon is a controversial figure whose legacy is still debated, while some view him as a visionary leader who modernized the country and spread revolutionary ideals across Europe. Others see him as a dictator who centralized power and suppressed dissent. Nevertheless, his influence on French politics, law, and society is undeniable. Napoleon's life and career have been the subject of countless books, films, and works of art. His image as a heroic conqueror and enlightened ruler continues to captivate the popular imagination, while historians continue to reassess his legacy and contributions to world history. Napoleon Bonaparte died on May 5, 1821, on St. Helena at the age of 51. Despite his controversial legacy and the mixed opinions about his rule, Napoleon's impact on European history, warfare, and governance remains significant to this day. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like my channel for more videos.